Hunt for a missing teenager. Joanne Edison was last seen in southeast London on Thursday, and fears are growing for her safety.
The family and friends of Joanne Edison have already started their own campaign to find her, but so far there's been no word. She failed to appear at a friend's house in Greenwich on Thursday. Joanne was 16 yesterday and had no obvious cause to disappear.
I've got to believe in my heart that she's safe. I can't put it into myself that anything untoward has happened. It's just in my heart. We were talking yesterday and we said that if something had have happened, we'd have known about it.
Since Thursday, police have been using a helicopter and tracker dogs and are now becoming even more concerned for her.
She has missed over 2 nights now at being at home, and she's missed her 16th birthday, which is obviously a highlight or a high spot in a young person's career.
Joanne was last seen at this disused bandstand in Greenwich Park. After school friends left on a bus, nobody knows where she went.
A Surrey MP who's facing a re-selection battle has been accused of blackmailing his local party. Tories in Reigate have decided to open up the seat to other candidates. Sir George Gardner has threatened a by-election if he loses.
It was Sir George's decision to back John Redwood in last year's leadership contest that prompted Reigate Tories to take a vote on opening up the seat to other candidates. Though the Reigate MP now says he's behind John Major, he's still threatening to quit and force a by-election if the grassroots do not support him. One South East Tory MP says that's blackmail.
I think George should in fact wait for the general meeting before making these threats. I do regret that someone who was elected as a Conservative on the Conservative manifesto for the full term of this Parliament, but not for the next Parliament, should in fact be threatening a by-election in order to get over his selection difficulties. I think that's somewhat crude blackmail.
Reigate Tories say opinion is evenly split over whether to re-adopt Sir George. The association will make its final decision at a vote next month.
Worshippers arriving at Europe's biggest Hindu temple in North London today are being invited to donate some blood. 12 beds have been set up in a reception room at the £10 million temple in Neasden. By this afternoon, 100 people had given blood before going in to pray. The transfusion service is trying to encourage more Asian people to become donors. A Kent serviceman who lost a leg in Bosnia is demanding a change to the government's rules on compensation. Soldiers who currently act as peacekeepers are not entitled to claim for injuries or death.
A year and 13 operations after returning from Bosnia, Sergeant Trevor Walker faces an uncertain future. A Royal Engineer based in Chatham, his unit was sent to help in a UN operation to build a relief road. While he was off duty, his quarters took a direct hit from a Serbian tank shell.
His promotion prospects are very limited. We have a document to say that he would have reached officer status, or probably reached officer status. Obviously now this will not happen.
While soldiers injured in IRA attacks get compensation, Sergeant Walker has received nothing. The Ministry of Defence says Bosnia is a conflict zone, while casualties in Northern Ireland are victims of criminal actions. MPs are to debate the subject in the Commons tomorrow.
Pearly Kings from across the South East have been out in force at London's Trafalgar Square. The Pearlies have been a colourful part of the capital for more than 120 years, but they never forget the birthday of their founder, Henry Croft. Today they gathered for a service in his memory at St Martin-in-the-Fields Church. And that's all from us this evening. Do have a very enjoyable evening.
If you break into somebody's premises, then on your own head be it.
This man had a go, and so did this one.
I only did what any responsible parent, citizen would do.
But if you want somebody else to catch your burglar these days, you could try Baz.
If you came to me and says, "There's 200 quid, we'll go and get your stuff back."
It's eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth in this town.
Do-it-yourself justice.
The legal system don't wait, does it?
Panorama asks how close are we to becoming a nation of vigilantes, tomorrow at 9:30 on BBC1.
In 35 minutes, Hugh Scully recalls some exciting finds in 1990 when the Antiques Roadshow visited Salisbury. Pam Rhodes is in a dramatic setting in Ireland, first on BBC1, joined by Daniel O'Donnell for Songs of Praise.
All watching. And 3, 2, 1, action!